They were getting stuck in, and Vitality, they had to work hard just to get to this point as well. Now, I want to point it out one more time. There is a lot riding on this game. Winner is our first team qualified for the playoffs, whether it's quarterfinal or semifinal. Well, we still have to learn in the coming days, but this would lock them in for the Spodek at minimum.
The first time to return to that Spodek.
2 long years.
2019 was the last time we had a crowd there.
Yes, 2020 it was a different vibe.
Kind of ominous. For Vitality, they got to deal with a heroic force supply. Now these rounds, they pack a punch when it comes to heroic. They're starting to gather outside of the B site.
They still have smokes here. They could opt for window and door. They could double smoke the pillars at short, the flash and go, the waterfall out. Dupree and Masuda, here they come.
Dupree, he has the better weapon. Has the range with it as well. Look at a second kill. This has stifled the heroic attack out. Luckily for Tessis, he drops Masuda. And now Kadian just refreshed, left alone, taken down. 2-0 start for Vitality.
Yeah, easy stuff. Didn't feel like that one was going to get out of hand there, especially with Dupree not being smoked or flashed off the line, able to focus on the window, jump out, and from there, just able to continue to cascade the kills and force Heroic into a bit of an eco situation. You can see unblinded, they're a little bit late on their way out the door. See you later, Alligator. Simple stuff. Now, look, we were talking about the Mirage situation. Now would be a better time to continue the conversation. This has happened when we saw Device go over to NIP. It's happened when we've seen Blame and Config join Astralis alongside of Zipex and that of Glaive. And now we're getting to see it again here for Magisk and Dupree. Now, obviously, the 5 names I just mentioned are legends of the game, right? They've won a bunch of majors. They're the greatest roster to literally ever do it. But this was their permaban. This was not a part of their success. So to see how quick the other 2 can catch themselves up to speed, well, this will be interesting. Hold on a second, Apex. There's a few around the corner here. One and done. It's a nice little scavenge there of the M4. Dupree wants to fill that void.
Apex delivery services, giving one M4 away. Let's see if Kadian can get anything done with it. Heroic starting to send a couple of numbers out here. Magisk and Dupree, double setup in middle. Goes in, actually down onto Dupree. They're reading this one, but you may read it. Dealing with it is another factor. 2 for Dupree, 2 for Magisk, and 3-0 for the Vitality side.
Yeah, and didn't get close enough to pick up to either of those M4s. So Famis's for Zaiwu and Masuda. We'll see how the upgrades come on through. There's plenty of cash to splash. Bit of cheeky chat going on between the 2 teams here today. You'd love to see it. Bit of banter in all say. You guys can help. But here we go. First gun round number 4, an AWP in the hands of Kadian here. Smoke out of the hands of Shush, mid-control being taken. Stound leading the charge. Blind is Apex and Dupree getting boosted on up. So they want that short control and they want it now. Kadian won't be greeted with a leg or anything until Apex has rotated into connector. Drops a smoke of his own design. The run boost out, a little bit scuffed, but they still get the mid-control. Deep connector smoke, they're going through their paces here, and they aren't being challenged right now. Allowing to work with the space are Heroic, so this is more of a passive setup from Vitality as far as mid's concerned. Dupree up in the vent room, Masuda to jump spot B, and the other 3 lie in wait to defend the A site. Very slow approach here. Both Mirages have been slower than expected so far today.
Yeah, and a lot is on the line, especially. No one wants to make the move that makes the mistake, that opens up the chance for your opponent. Methodical from Heroic. Vitality not giving anything up.
B split heavy here.
Certainly looking like that is the play on the cards here. Finally, there will be a duel as Dupree. They'll cleave the head off the shoulders of Tessis.
That's information though. Kadian's immediately rotating back towards B. If Stound can keep Dupree in the vent, they can isolate Masuda.
Masuda yet to get a kill. Let's see if that changes in this round. Famas down below them. He burrows away, and he gets a double. Refresh and Shush both go down, and now we're just looking at Kadian. A 1v4, and he will hit the first. He has to dive down to the side. He has a little bit of time here to reposition. Vitality sending their forces back in here quickly. Kadian now spotted. Goes for the shot. Not really the opportunity to do so. Now has to wrap around the boxes. Another shot for him. Now he's split from 2 sides, and I started to believe for just a moment. Heroic Unfortunately, we'll have to wait for another to get there first.
Yeah, Corral just there. If Kadian gets the molly off a second longer, buys himself the buffer, could isolate a fight right there, but a cheeky smile on Masuda's face, and necessary, because exactly what happened, dupreeh was isolated at that vent position by that of Stout. You see it in your kill feed here. Though those 2 kills from Masuda were mandatory. If they didn't come in, they would have multiple members on the bomb site, and they would have been able to lock this one down and grab their first gun round. So good stuff here for the French and Danish mix with a 4-0 scoreline.
It's a weird combination.
The French and Danes, yeah, I don't think it's ever been done before.
It's like you go to the kitchen, you're hungry, you make whatever you've got left. It's the end of the week, but might just be a banging meal. Here we are at Vitality. It's still a very strong buy. Heroic into mid.
A bit quicker this time round. More presence for more presence for a fast split. Never mind. Jumping, Tessa's down. I don't know if Apex saw him. If it was just blind spam, I think he would have been way too low behind that smoke.
I think it was 2 smokes up in con. It had to just be a shot through it. Utterly ridiculous kill for Vitality to start things off, and now Heroic is the answer, an A-sided attack. They still have one up in Palace. Couple out towards Tetris, and that is Shush down in Sandwich that puts an end to the head of Magisk. Apex gets involved as well, no swinging, but it's not enough. And now a 2 versus 3 Vitality, thanks to ZywOo's kill, are back in the lead with the player count, and ZywOo starting to have a little bit of a field day from this CT spot. It's just Shush left.
He could pivot right now. If he's quick, he can go through the underpass, back over towards the B-bomb site. dupreeh and Masuda are waiting for that jungle smoke to start to subside. As it does, they can call it clear. Might be able to listen in on some of their comms.
Shush still having a little bit of comms with his teammates. He's decided that B will not be the port of call. 30 seconds left, is going all the way back around to the A site.
Now, this is the thing. They know that ZywOo was over towards Ticket. It's not an easy fight to win, but Shush is trying to give himself the best option to do so by coming out late Palace here.
ZywOo was just scoped.
And Masuda's going to be here to deal with this if it gets out of hand.
ZywOo doesn't often miss these shots, but he unscoped at the wrong time. I believe he pulled his crosshair down. Shush, removed. Heat-seeking missile from Masuda, and 5 in a row for Vitality CT side.
All things considered, you have to give Shush a big thumbs up there. The fact that he got the bomb down is huge, right? This is fantastic work with the loss bonus where it's at. He's just bought his team another buy. So that's a lot of impact there from Shush, depending on how this next round transpires. But you can see the little rats out there going and picking up all the gubbins. Some smoke, some flashes. They got the defuse kits. They got the AWP back for ZywOo. So Vitality making sure they keep the streets clean on Mirage and carry everything into the next round of play. But this, there it is. Yeah, just a bit of blind spam from Apex. He's a bit of a criminal as far as the spam goes. And ZywOo got clothesline right there. It was a good shot from Shush. Always impressed by watching Shush. He's a player, you know, he's a bit supportive. He's not always the most flashy, but he gets the job done. Now, the cash is there, as mentioned, but a timeout called. And this is Exist's chance. The coach of Heroic, yep, that exists, the one from NIP, to maybe pull some strings and call some shots. Shush has 5-5. Look, I could build a world where they could drop an ult for Kadian. I think the most likely situation here is just to see 5 AKs across the board. Refresh yet to get a kill. Tessa's only on 1, so a slow start here for a few of the members on Heroic, but it's still early stages, only 5 rounds in. Mike goes up, fist bumps come out, and freeze time trickles down. This is steady right now from Vitality. They're doing what they need to have a strong CT half on a map that's unfamiliar for some.
Yeah.
So Mac 10 for Kadian, though, could be fast.
Interesting to see how this one is going to pan out. We'll see where Kadian goes at the beginning of this round. It's the swing out mid straight away for him. Cancelled it with the utility of Vitality, forcing their hand back into more recessive setup. They might try the second time around. They have got 2 players coming out of the underpass as well. It is the run boost out. Tessus gets in behind the boxes. And again, you still have these 2 prongs to the approach in underpass.
It's interesting with Kadian having the Mac 10. He could have easily had an AK here. You can see the residual cash, so wanting to save for an AWP in future rounds. But considering it's slow, I don't know where he plans to deploy it. Boost up into window now and undetected. This is a huge gap for Stown. A massive gap right now.
He slipped through because the mirror hole's open. And he can even go to B right now.
No one's aware.
Oh, they have no idea that this could even be happening. Snown is the little menace in their backlines. Masuda is about to find a very nasty piece of lead in the back of his skull. And Stown will spot Dupree as well. That's one. And it's two. As clean as you like from Stown. And now Vitality. It's the red button. It's the panic system. And it's the save call.
Yeah, immediately. Immediately. It doesn't get cleaner than that. And there's a beautiful little maneuver. You could see Window was no longer caretaken by that of the Vitality defense, just pipping the gap, the perfect timing. And as simple as you like, it looks beautiful when you see a play like that come to fruition. That's Counter-Strike at its very best right there, the misdirection. And well, Apex is noted now, and if the hunt wants to come on in, it can.
It's not always easy to get those 2 picks either. We've seen time and time again players fluff their lines on the second, but...
Shout out to Tarek.
Yeah, certainly so. Vitality sitting back in Palace right now.
Well, there's 3 of them coming their way, and Refresh and Stown through the A site. It's about to get biffy.
Got flashes. Heroic want to remove everything. Flash ain't great. Oh, no, it's a backfire. No! That's so awkward. Oh, Magisk, there we go. You don't get kills like that every day.
Thank you very much, Cadian. Maybe the Danish flag on the other side confused him a little bit right there, but Heroic will get their first round. A comedy of errors there to close it out. But regardless, they have a 1 on the board, and they can thank Stown for that one.
I love how rapidly Apex types on his keyboard. It feels like it's faster than anybody else in the world.
It does everything with a purpose.
Everything
Apex,
has emotion, right?
Everything, yeah, wow.
You can feel his emotion through the keyboard. It's insane.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Now with him and Dupree on the same team, you know it's going to get loud over there. But Zywoo, aggressive. Straight up middle, he's coming, and he might even get a chance. Zywoo has missed.
We'll pass that info on at least, and now calling to go back into underpass. He had 2 opportunities, and difficult shots to hit down in the second especially, but fortunately for Vitality, they don't have the opening here.
Yeah, but they have to be scared of CT's posturing and staying around aggressive in this middle area. Now, they aren't as pushed up as they could have been. Dupree still a bit more passive towards Cat, Apex over towards the window position, and Zywoo in connector looking towards the underpass. They are playing a bit of a retake A setup currently with Magisk just towards the top of stairs. So if we do have an A execute, they might be able to find their way in to at least get the bomb down. But currently, Heroic are just in a default spread across the map, and well, Zywoo's not done fishing. He's having a look again. Doesn't miss this time round.
Nice and easy for Zywoo. Vitality do find that opening they've been searching for, and Zywoo might get another one here unless the utility's good, which it should be, to try and get him out of this position. Zywoo has a pretty nice shot down into the underpass, and tight angle. Unable to land it here, Zywoo. 30 seconds left. There's the second chance again for Zywoo. Here come Heroic to this A site. Molly going out to jungle. Apex pushing deeper in towards the site. Playing in front of this, and here comes the attack forward. Shoe swings from Palace. Apex assassinates them, and Vitality gets 6. It's nice and flawless there, and that was a Heroic buy round.
And they had all the room in the world to stretch their legs around middle, right? They obviously had quite a heavy CT mid setup there to deal with any aggression, but Zywoo missing, I think it was 3 or 4 shots there. It's first of all pretty uncharacteristic, but the fact that he could miss those shots and still survive means there's just absolutely no pressure. So Zywoo opens up the account onto Tessus. He continues to reposition around the map. Good synergy between him and that of Magisk. So right here, right now, everybody seems to be performing how they need to. Masuda only has 3 kills, but remember, the Famous round he had earlier was a lot of impact within this game. Out mid quick is Shush over towards Tap to avoid the molly, but now he's condemned to this position. This time round it is expecting to be more of a B play. You can see Apex floating over towards Market. Masuda and Dupree still defending that site, and it is a luxury to be able to leave an AWPer like Zywoo at ticket round after round to worry about the potential connector slip, A-ramp, as well as Palace.
And they keep adjusting it as well. It's not like this is predictable. Last round, for example, they had him a little bit more aggressive, more proactive. So they keep it unpredictable here, Vitality. I think a big load of their praise so far has been their CT side setups and how they've been able to perform immediately out the gate. But we'll see if Apex is able to get something into the mid-fight. Good peek out. He doesn't pick up a kill, but he does pick up a heap of information in Dupree. It's 1, but the bomb is now separated from the pack, and Magisk is starting to tear them up. It's down to just Stown. And 1v3 we know is the star of the show here for Heroic, but can he do anything? He is the secondary AWPer for this team, so proficient with a weapon in his hand. Trying to just get away with a shot. He needs something here. 30 seconds. He's stuck in short with no real path to the site.
It's so rough for him. Look where Zywoo is. Look where Zywoo's decided to play. It's gone, yeah, if you want to go B, that's all good, mate. But the time is low. You have to come into my domain. You want to plan open. Well, he's been spotted and tagged, and Zywoo swings on out. That'll be it. Beautiful play right there. Heads up awareness and 7-1 as Vitality are starting this blistering hot. And Apex is making sure they hear it. We did come to our conclusion over there on our B stream. We were giving you the context of what would happen if G2 and Na'Vi had both lost their opening jaunts. But Na'Vi, they do reign supreme thanks to God Fecto stepping up massively with 33 kills plus 17 on Overpass. So more games to come on the B stream today and one more on the A stream after this one.
Impressive for Ments to bring it that close, but Na'Vi are inevitable.
This is an A execute here. We're going to see 2 smokes, a bunch of flashes. Zywoo is towards Ticket again with the AWP, and Magic's in a passive position towards Connector. So likely to get the bomb down here unless Zywoo goes mental.
Oh, you can never count that out. Smoke going out in front of him. That gives him a bit more cover to play with. He actually go deeper into the site and get involved. Missed shot on the first, and in fact, Zywoo will not go mental. In fact, he goes down very quickly, and Tessus finds the follow-up. So maybe more than a bomb plan here, Chad. They might just get the round.
Yeah, they can really start to work this one through. First kill for Refresh as well. That impact felt immediately here, and they're posturing up to deal with this CT push. The flash is good. Magic swings. He's got one, but he needed more.
Oh, he's got a double out of that, and now Masuda, his chance, but goes down to Tessus, and it's all on to Dupree. No kid on his back, but there is plenty available right in front of him. He'll start to encroach upon the CT position, but Tessus is watching for it. Eventually, peace out. Dupree claims his first, and now Heroic are doing the smart thing, which is doubling up together and taking stronger post plants here.
Feels like Dupree's just holding on to this now that the bomb is so far gone. We can see where it's planted. Stound's having a look for a bit of a gun here, wanting to see if he can find anything.
Dupree's just waiting for it. Stound could lose his life here, but Dupree will in fact go down, and frustrating round there for Vitality to lose up against the upgraded pistol round.
It was very light, wasn't it? It was just 2 smokes and a bunch of flashes, and the pistols just skirmishing into the site. That smoke that Zywoo dropped actually assisted them to get closer to the bomb site there. So with him thrust forward, a little bit behind the play. They were much quicker than he anticipated, and that was the key to get into this round.
It allows them to split as well, right? It allows them to push into CT, which, without being spotted from the stairs. So mistake smoke there thrown by Zywoo. Probably would have been better if he just takes one and drops back.
Yeah, well, the money's still there for a buy. Let's see if Vitality can course correct here. Just one more necessary to win out the half so early on. Vent boost again here between the two of Apex and Dupree. He's up and ready. Apex needs to get away. Doesn't want to sustain too much damage here as warning shots are fired through the smoke. Quite the intimidating force of Heroic members quick here.
Flash is going to go round short. Dupree, oh, he peeks out, and oh, he gets a double. That has shut down any of that spice that Heroic had at the start of this round.
I think Cadian's flashed more of his teammates than he has the opponent so far this game, or at least the kill feed will have us believe that. But he does get Dupree back, and drawing it just to a one-man disadvantage here for the Danes.
Are there any answers here for Heroic? Cadian smokes out CT from middle. On the other side, a triple. Denies some information, at least from Magisk. Apex hold to Refresh. He might just get away with this. So quick from Refresh. He should not have found that kill. And maybe a split onto the B side, because there's only one player here right now, and if they can push him from 2 sides, it could get real messy for Masuda.
Well, Masuda's been tested once already this game. He's getting tested again right now.
Refresh decides to go and cut off rotation instead, allowing the 2 players to go through B. This is so good because now he's really on his own. Masuda's the only player left, and he's been pulled away to A. Refresh has decided, I'm going to take it all into my own hands. And now Heroic take the B site. It's completely empty. They have found the answer that looked like an impossible question.
Well, pantsed right now, and Masuda's actually swiftly moved back up through the window, now through the vent room, and they're going to gather together over towards short. Difficult round to get into now, especially with the bomb already down, and they have no idea where they are in the post plan. Information is required, and required now.
Oh, what a shot from Shush. It's all on Zywoo. And he's missed another one. Switches out to the rifle instead, and Shush will bring him down.
All right, that's an interesting decision from ZywOo there to go for that 2-on-1 situation. He'd already lost his teammate. He had the AWP in his hand. He could have saved it. It would have been the only weapon for them to carry through into the next round to play. Thinking he can make a miracle happen in a scenario like that, maybe the door being slid right open for Heroic here, because it should just be down to some pistols. This was the shot that made it all possible. You're right. Refresh, I like to refer to him as the X Factor, did a lot here. He was the reason the rotation was drawn away, the reason that Shush was able to get into the site alongside Katie in there and get the bomb down. And now we have a pace change. Now we have some aggression. Down, tread up the ramp. You want to take a fight? Well, yes, he does. ZywOo gone again.
And finally, Heroic have what feels like a solid foothold in this first half. Felt like they were just hanging on by their fingertips for most of this, but have carved their way through. Vitality down to Apex, Masuda and Dupree with some weaker pistols in play. Apex, good shot. Masuda on the follow-up. Luckily, Shush and Tesses clawing their way back into this, and, you know, crisis averted. It's all good.
Yeah, the Deagles are very intimidating, especially when we see 2 consecutive shots come in like that. It's wondering how quick that can cascade against you. But Heroic are really starting to turn this into a half now. The gun's back out here for the French-Danish mix, but there's no AWP and not a single defuse kit that is available to purchase here. So post-plants can be a bit of a drama. We are moving into round number 12, and Heroic is starting to get this party started. This is a change-up again. 3 quickly over towards the Palace position. Stown selling a mid-fake, Katie up the round, and Stown is sharp as you like. ZywOo going again, and they're already in A.
Yeah, ZywOo, you talked about how they can be reliant on him to just shut down that A site, hold from ticket, but when he goes down quickly, you can be left in this situation. And Magis looking to claim at least a kill back. He's done that. Tesses dispatched off, and Magis catches out Shush as he backs into his crosshair, and that's another kill. Suddenly Vitality, they might just get onto the side, because look at how Heroic are set up. Could Refresh be the X Factor again?
Oh, they're not accounting for it one more time here. They've all got around the wall. They've all evacuated the site. Look at this Dinko. 1 from CT, 2 from Connector. What are you going to do?
Refresh looks to asphyxiate this Vitality side. It's a headshot so quick. Oh, that is Masuda's neck just snapped in half. And now the time it's ticking for Vitality. They are leaving the site, realizing this is a done deal. Refresh. My God, he is looking so sharp right now.
Look, he doesn't have the most kills for his team, but the impact. Yeah, it's wild to see. Stown as well, we think about the round he flanked B. Flanks are the name of the game, right? And one of the things with a team who's not so proficient on a map like this is those holes and the rotations. And we've seen them exploited time and time again. They're not accounting for somebody slinking through that window and punishing from behind in a lot of these occasions. It seems to be the recipe for success.
And if that's a problem in this half, Heroic have a very dynamic CT side on Mirage. If you're a team that aren't used to playing this could be a real difficult second half as well. So for Vitality, you want to get as many rounds in the CT side as possible.
Just slid into that one, didn't he?
Magis looked like he had done enough right there. So that smoke, just couldn't see Refresh slipping in behind, but back to pistols for Vitality.
And Refresh seems to be aware of that. See the MAC-10 buy come in. That tells that Heroic have a good understanding of where the economy is at. And the next round to play it will be the 3,400 loss bonus. So MAC-10 out to try and make this one quick and farm up some cash. He takes it towards B. The rest are charging straight through middle here. It's a double vent boost though, Dinko. There's 2 players up. ZywOo and Dupree are here.
Kedian, oh, he's not going to check it. Doesn't even think about it. Forgets it's even there, and ZywOo will punish them for their negligence. It's 2 kills, and he's got a 3rd! Okay, ZywOo, this could be an unbelievable round. He's looking for the AK, throws it back up to his teammate. Yeah, ZywOo doesn't need much more than this. He's got the AK picked up, and now it's Apex's Deagle, and it's just Refresh, just like that. It is completely snapped. Refresh, he may be good, but this with a MAC-10, this was meant to build money. Now it's to clutch the round at a 1v5. ZywOo, he finally will fall, but that's all. My God, what a round.
Oof, well, they're not going to get to that AWP. Oh, they did get to the AWP to salvage it right there, but ZywOo, right, he got punished in like 3 rounds in a row. He's like one of the first deaths. He's been getting slammed, and then he goes, I've had enough of that. I think I'm going to put up a bit of resistance right here. Slams Heroic and forces them to go into their second timeout. And yeah, you're right, Kadian's negligence. He wasn't focused on that position at all. The double vent boost against him. The second was beautiful. The third, great. And you just love to see it. The Deagle chiming on in. Well, it's not the end of the world. There is still enough money to go for a buy here on the heroic side of things. Keep this competitive for the tail end of this first half.
But that rattles your cage, right?
Oh,
That's the round that just taunts you a little bit. Gideon having some words with his team. Stown in particular having the one-on-one conversation.
One of the things that can happen if you're an in-game leader, like what he just went for in that play, you can pace set a little bit too harsh, and your teammates, if they don't stick to you, right, if you haven't tied them, you don't have a tether going on, but you can see how late they were to even attempt to trade there off of the Cadian initial death. So maybe one of the little dramas that was experienced, or maybe one of the things they needed to discuss. Trust me, boys, follow me into warp. But the AWP's still retained, and at least the big green on Cadian could find some impact here. A heavy B presence early, clearing out the underpass, making sure there's no lower push hijinks. Tessus is babysitting over towards the top mid, and while Shush was doing the same over towards A, but already calling back to join the pack. And look at this stance from the CTs, right? We have known that the window push has been an issue. Look how passively Apex is watching this. You have Magisk, who has to deal with Connector and assist Zawu on the site. And now, since it's been quite quiet, they will operate in a bit more of an aggressive stance. I love how fluid Vitality are. Apparently, Cadian's seen enough. He's just called the troops back towards top mid. Smokes are being lined up for this mid control, and there's no prying eye of an AWP to worry about, so they should be given the room they're looking for.
They'll certainly get mid, but getting through any choke point is going to be very difficult right now. Vitality have pretty much everything covered off. If you're heroic, you have 40 seconds now, and you have to have some explosive ability. 2 smokes left, one of them being used up already. That's the last flash gone, and there's the explosiveness from Tessus. Apex down, Dupree immediately replying to the smoke, but Magisk, the player that's in such a good position at the sandwich, he might just turn them into mincemeat. About to cross into his crosshair. How does he not get a single kill?
Oh, that one there could have gone another way, but Tessus prepared for that.
Wow.
Got some shots coming out of heroic here. They just exploded through Connector, all 5 players.
That's a reply.
Yeah, uprooting Vitality's defense right now and, well, throwing them back into this tailspin as far as the money goes. 2,400 in the next to buy to finish out the half here for Vitality should be there, especially if Dupree can hold on to this. They're bearing down in his position with multiple members. This is seeing his head over the top of the window, and, well, he'll get the kill at least. And there you have it.
All right, good recovery from Heroic. Just the Zawu nightmare in the last, but last round of the half coming right up, and Vitality would love to squeeze out a 9th here.
I think you're bang on, especially with how the tail end of this half has trended, right? Of the last 6 rounds, 5 of them have gone in favor of the Danes, and they've started to warm into this game after what was a good start from the French. Here we go, Masuda down to a Deagle. Zawu gets his AWP, everybody else into the rifles. Look how quick he is with the AWP. Cadian's fast on this.
He's so fast. Oh, he's gonna get the shot. Zawu goes down before the smoke blooms. And that's gonna be a huge opening for Heroic at the end of this half. And they found another one. Shush is the player taking a heads-up play into Apex. It's only good for one.
I know everyone's dead on A right now, and what that's done is forced the rotation over. Dupree's the man who stayed the closest in towards the vent room, but the bomb is noisy. They are making their way quickly, and Dupree's heard it.
Yes, but can he deal with it? Already the AWP has crossed over. Stown removes Dupree. Masuda now the last remaining player for Vitality in this half, and Heroic surely will close him soon. The Deagle, it snaps for 1, but it's 7. As close as you can get it in this first half. We'll see if Heroic can take their map pick after this break.
One short. One is B short.
I rotate.
Nice,
Kevin.
One is B short. One is B Kevin.
Let's be ups.
Okay. Is he up?
AVP,
He's
he's
up.
Yeah.
He's planting default now.
Let's go shot together. Wait
Let's go,
for
I'm just running.
Landed.
Backside.
Backside.
Sit backside. Sit.
Team Vitality manage 8 rounds out of their CT half as now they move to the second. We get to find out if that is enough as they go up against Heroic's lively living organism CT side here on Mirage. It's not an easy one to play against, and for a team that has 2 players that have barely played this in their career, this might be a difficult half of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, this is going to be fun here to see what Vitality have to offer. The 1xBets still favoring the Bees as we head over to B. Masuda leading the charge right now, and this one is quick as you like.
Well, Shush forced off his angle. He's had to dip back, and luckily has got his teammate behind the bench. Masuda now looking to take out Refresh. They'll do that, no problem. And Shush falls down as well. So great stuff from Masuda, cracking open this site, and Vitality having a very easy pistol.
And Heroic running to hide to hold on to this Kevlar, making sure they are able to upgrade to the next. Now, Cadian, 94, he's not going to get the cheap one into the head armor, but Tassus, to be peppered, is hanging around as well. Maybe they want the $300 kill reward a little bit over the armor. That was great. That was quick as you like. Some util comes in. Masuda does exactly what you need him to do as the first man. Get the goosh, get the entry. They get that bomb down. Cadian's position will be noted. He's actually completely boxed in. Apex is coming through connector, dupreeh and Magic through windows, Zywoo one short, and Masuda will be behind them top mid. So if they do survive or get a kill here, I'll be impressed. There's one. And done for Tassus. Cadian not too long for this world. And he will fall as you can hear Apex having a great time.
You know, we probably have the 2 loudest in-game leaders playing against each other right now. Apex being a little louder than Cadian at the moment.
We should get like a decibel reader and have Apex, Nafany, and Cadian just see who can yell the loudest.
That would be great to have. I think Apex would probably win. I feel like Nafany's loud, but is he really Apex levels?
He's got a few Haroshes and Device in him.
Yeah,
That's
he does,
his go-to. Apex has probably the biggest range. You know, he'll make any noise. You don't even know what the noise is.
We also have to get Smooya, right?
Yeah, but his is sometimes a little bit of a high-pitched squeal, you know?
Might break the decibel meter.
Yeah, we should get him a glass to see if he can shatter that. And right now, this mid-stack looking to stall out Apex and silence him because he's on his own with a Galil in his hands. And, okay, nobody's silenced right now. Apex is just mopping up the eco kills. 3 easy ones for him. And they're going to reach the double digits, Dinko.
Yeah, double digits already. That's why you need the pistol start in the second half. Vitality keep it nice and clean, but coming up now is the buy for Heroic. Again, not enough money to get the AWP out, but they'll have the rifles.
This is already a million times better than last time we saw Vitality on this map. When they played G2 over at the Blast Premier Spring Groups, it was G2's map choice, and they lost 16-4. They started on the CT side and then they mustered 4 rounds total. Wow, you saw the first half. They doubled that. Now with the pistol conversion, now with the eco conversion, they're sitting here on the precipice of, well, pushing Heroic down into the dumps. See how much they've been able to work on in a couple of weeks' time. Run boost out, Zywoo with the mid control.
Was quick to get the mid control. Slowing down now as they begin to encroach. It is Heroic. Again, they will always be proactive, starting a fight in mid, and they pull those kills back. Shush gets a double Apex, and Zywoo only good for 1 between them.
Just have to understand the details of that round to love it more and more. Like the molly towards the underpass to isolate the jewels, they only have to look forward towards top mid. There's a flash coming through as well to blind up the Vitality members who have already taken that space, and now they find themselves in a number disadvantage. Still some nades to work with, but no smokes, and Tassus with that space over towards the B apartments. Well, that means they know exactly where they are.
dupreeh just waiting until his teammates get into a better spot, then he will be called into action. It's going to be starved of information here, but Tassus, always the most annoying player to play against. He's always behind you. Starting his flank again. Here they come, right into Cadian. Luckily, Masuda quick enough to bring him down. Do they read the Tassus flank? Do they read it? Not looking that way right now, Masuda, but now they know. They found out the hard way. Magis looking back, good headshot into CT, and now it's all on dupreeh. He's traded out position with a CT player. Shush has moved forward, but dupreeh is creeping up behind him.
They've lost him.
They don't know where he is. This could really help out dupreeh. They haven't even put pressure on him by tapping the bomb, so Dupree's got closer and closer, and finally!
Yeah.
Shush looks back, Dupree's head will fall.
Oh, wow. There could have been some big issues there because there was no defuse kit for Heroic. If Dupree had played the time, I think he thought he had the element of surprise, but a massive shot there to get them across the line. Shush seems to be the hero in a lot of these moments. There's the flash I was talking about. You see how blind Apex is, and then mauling down as well onto that Zywoo. Dupree was cut off that entire time by the incendiary towards the underpass, and Shush, more than a safe pair of hands here. What an impact round for him as they move into the first gun round.
Yeah, now they'll have that AWP out in Kadian. And the AWP for Zywoo as well. Zywoo is taking it for the spawn pick. He's looking for the pick on the cross. No one giving him that opportunity.
Yeah, nobody wants to risk a maneuver like this. Shush will get himself over towards Shadow. Kadian overseeing business from Ticket, and there goes the ramp smoke. Start to congregate behind this. Setting up what seems to be an A set piece. Down will have a lot of early info from this position when he sweeps back through. Man just pushed up towards Delpan, refreshing connector. The biggest fights are going to be between Shush and Kadian, who are the A defenders right now. Oh, this nade is going to soften up that of Masuda if chucked deep enough. Only lightly.
I think it went too deep.
Yeah.
Kadian. Good kill from Triple. Easy as you like with that one. As we go under 1 minute on this clock, it's a refrag and a reflash, and oh, Shush just got a double. This guy is on another level right now.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff right there. The utility was great. The flash was perfect. And now it's just Magis in a 1-on-5. He'll find nothing. Heroic could grab another round here, and that's it. You'd be getting fired up about that. Every little detail there is great, right? Just stalling them out, the util work. It doesn't get the highlight it needs, but if you're a Counter-Strike player at home and you have a flash for a teammate or have an awesome combo like that, it feels better than getting a crispy 1-dig. It's what CS is all about for most of us. Shush here, the easiest kills of his life. 2 players completely white-screened.
Shush is having unbelievable impact right now. You mentioned him earlier being one of the more supportive elements, but in these gun rounds, especially in the second half so far, he's found multi-kills and it matters.
Yeah, and look at the buy now. Vitality don't have enough. Loss bonus yet to build, and we'll have to just sit here around on some pistols, having what we like to call a French tactical timeout. They just hang around, they look at each other, chill a little bit. There you go.
They even started a timeout. The word timeout. The audio guys just triggered.
Timeout. Yeah, nice.
We just woke him up out of a sleep chat.
Well, we could probably play that. I'm sure Existence back in the day when he used to do that would have been sitting there loving it, right? He get the timeout music for his. But just 3 to find now as Apex does hit a banger onto Shush.
Let's see if he can get any more out of this. Kadian holding the cross. Just waiting here, Apex, waiting. Well, it's time to strike again, but Zywoo now goes down, so their chances of getting that bomb anywhere near the site now dwindle to none. Apex, can he get anything more than the 1 kill he's already found? The answer, just no. Kadian removes him, and we're tied up.
One of the keys the desk was pointing out, they highlighted it with some beautiful graphics, was Zywoo's performance already this year, and they were talking about, obviously, the race between like the Simples, the Nikos, the Zywoo's for the best player in the world. Well, Zywoo had a bit of impact, right? That Deagle round is the one that stays in our mind from that first half, but at the moment, just with 12 kills. If he steps up in the second half and gets activated, he is the difference maker necessary for Vitality, right? And unfortunately for Zywoo, you fall under. We expect you to perform.
Odd tier level.
Yeah, it's 20 every game, or that's an underperformance. So this is his chance now as the rifles are back on out. They're quick to swarm mid here, but Kadian's AWP is true.
Yeah, you gotta love that from Kadian. Tessus now, trying to rattle away, but Mattis covers off his teammates, and that's the kill back. You always have to expect another move, and Stown is the player that catches Zywoo on the retreat.
Not only that, all of mid was clear, so they're aware that they've already dropped on back. They've dipped out a dodge. The rotation is coming in at this juncture right here for Heroic. Kadian should get in position in time to post up the big green over towards the B apartments. And Shush is clearing out T-spawn. They have information again.
Vitality don't know this, but they are currently getting trapped in a very difficult spot. Kadian.
That's the bomb.
Let's drop the bomb. That's going to cost more time, if anything else, to go back and get that, and that's going to allow Heroic's flanks to become even more potent. The flank is already coming up through the apartments. In fact, Shush might just get there before Magisk even gets out of the apartments here, he's throwing the bomb on down. Shush is going to hear that, but oh, this is going to be so hard. How do you get out of this? How do you get out of this? Shush with one. Now it's all on Magisk. They're doubling up in the apartments. Cadian's even holding the van as well. Magisk gets cleaned out. Shush with another impact round from him in the guns.
Beautiful handle, like that's great, that's great. And it's what you're talking about with Heroic, right? Being like this constantly moving organism. They're just flowing throughout the map. They tend to have a good read. Cadian gets the opening pick and immediately runs all the way back towards the B site. So staying fluid with their positioning. And it was a bit of in-game leader on in-game leader action there. But yeah, not only did Stown get the kill, he got the information, and then Shush doubled down on exactly that and continues with his impact here. Vitality have now lost 4 consecutive rounds and find themselves back down to just pistols one more time. Deagles for all 5. Window smoked, so's top of mid. Very standard util as we're on board with Zywoo here, clawing on down through the underpass. We'll have Refresh to deal with on the jiggle. Did he spot a leg there? Looks like it.
He's primed. Certainly does see him. Molly even to force the fight. Refresh. Oh, tries to, but good team play there for Vitality to get that first.
Okay, and the thing is, it's hard to get excited about that when it is just the Deagles. At least they've been able to get themselves a weapon to pick up at some point within this round, but they're being a bit tentative about it, and you can understand why. We know that Heroic love to get stuck in, and now they're reorganizing this, immediately calling to take back mid-control with the 4 remaining players. 2 in connector, Tessus on short, and Cadian over towards window. They can secure this rifle and make sure it can't be picked up.
Oh! Well, you try, but Zywoo sometimes says no, but unfortunately for him, Stown doesn't really care, goes back in, disobeys his rules, and now Heroic putting themselves into the 3v3. Vitality have a chance to this A site, but Cadian's got back here. And if they drop out, they're going to drop right into his crosshair. Missed shot. The bomb, unfortunately, hasn't got across. The bomb's still up there and actually has dropped down, so Apex has actually slipped his way out to the lower site.
Not planning just yet. Well, Dupree's position was noted. Tessus goes down, and this becomes a winnable 2-on-2.
Oh, Apex, though. He doesn't expect Cadian in the connector, and so when doing that, he will go down, and Dupree's running away.
That's a bit confusing, because
it was an all-prong out.
Yeah, he shot from exactly that position. So Dupree will just hold on to this AK. With the loss bonus, they will be buying in the next round of play anyway, so it's not the end of the world. He's still got 1.9, he has head armor, he can buy all the nades that he needs, and he has the AK. So, look, you can understand the save here, but yeah, a bit of a concerned look on the face of Exist there, as this game is tight. You know, it is tight, but Heroic start to pull ahead by 2 rounds now.
And Apex, you can see in his emotions that he feels like this is maybe a missed opportunity, but it's ahead of this gun round that you realize you've got to pick it up now.
And the thing is, they know who they're playing against, so at this point, you would assume for both these squads, they have a good idea of how a team like Heroic likes to approach the game. They do these kind of all-in, gambly type maneuvers, and it felt like Vitality weren't ready for that. But it was a light buy. Now the gun's back out. Time to assemble the troops up and over into Palace. A 2-man rifle push and more aggression out of the CTs.
Refresh just gets ripped apart. It's an Apex Predator in Palace. Luckily, Stown deals with him. He's his handler. Now Shush, look at it. Oh my god, Stown just gets decapitated on the drop down, and luckily he has got teammates behind him to make up for it.
They just keep running into this. There's so many bodies to do it
just
from
one
Heroic.
by one. It feels a little lost right now for Vitality.
Yeah, and they're running into situations. They're getting opening kills or they're getting trades and they think that they have the space, but that's exactly what Heroic are hoping for. Like, they've had 2 guys push Palace and then Shush still in the site and a player towards Connector. You think you get through multiple players on A, you're like, okay, well, at least we should have a breathing room, but Heroic are not giving them that. Timeout called, and chance for Apex to talk to the crew. Now, they don't have Zonic behind them at the moment. They have Matt, who is the assistant coach. They're running out of options here. Max loss bonus is in. The buy should be doable. They can opt for a half, but that would concede the 14th round to Heroic here. Now, we knew there would be woes on this map. They've kept it competitive, but you've come this far. You don't want to let it slip through your fingers now. Next map of play will be Inferno, and if we need it, Vertigo as the 3rd and final of our 2nd series today here on the A stream.
For Vitality, no AWP to be seen, just the rifles. We'll see what fruits come of their tactical timeout. A lot of words being used up by Apex. We'll see if they amount into much success. Head-on fight here in mid. Stown is going to deal with a lot of pressure, and Zywoo rips him apart. Good start to the round for ZywOo. Continues to try and follow up. It's Apex this time in connector. Oh, the smoke. He made a sound on the molly. That's going to alert Shush to his position. Apex is trying to get away with a kill. Kadian's going to fall. Even if he goes down, he's already done so much work.
Look at Tessa's pushing again. If he keeps going, he's going to hear ZywOo. He is going to hear ZywOo running so loud right now, who scoops it up and does head back towards A. But Tessus knows, and he can call out the presence.
Tessus is such an active player, always getting behind them. Vitality, they think they're going to be able to execute.
Knife out!
Oh, ZywOo turns back! And just like that, Tessa's flank is now gone, and Heroic's chances now dwindle pretty significantly. Refresh will play from default. Look at the mid play having to come in here from Shush, just trying to get some info back. He has to go to B. But Vitality still taking their time. We're trying to get out and towards this A site. And Refresh from under the wood needs a big hold here. He's got to deal with the Palace play. He's got to deal with the two players coming out Tetris. He's going to hear the nades being used up. That should call Shush back into play eventually. But it's all on Refresh right now. It's one. Can he get more? The answer's just no. ZywOo trades him out. Now down to Shush.
Winnable clutch for Shush. I know it's a 1-on-2 situation, but Magis is pushing.
He is, and this could be the 1v1, and it's gonna go Shush's way. Now just ZywOo. When I say just, it is ZywOo still up in this clutch. And he'll play from triple. Shush begins to walk his way up through connector. Now on top of the stairs, just one flash to play with here and so many angles to check. Yeah, just like that, the sound cue mid. ZywOo plays it to perfection. 11 rounds for Vitality.
Well, I was asking just rounds ago for ZywOo and his impact here within the T-half, and there it is. 4 massive kills for him, gets the opener and gets the closer in this one, and it got shaky. Shush continues to be quite the force to be reckoned with here. Apex frag there in towards window was the one that set this in motion, but the presence of mind, or maybe the luck of ZywOo there to turn in time, is what allowed them to get back into this round. But the buy is still hodgepodge for Vitality. It's going to be 3 Galils and 2 AKs. It's less than ideal. Whereas Heroic, they have everything they need, and they've done a 2-man underpass push. They know it's not B already. But the thing is, they already know it's not B. So Kadian and Refresh can start repositioning. They can use whatever utility they have to try and stall this out. There's a Palace smoke.
This is the best play for Heroic to make to get this info in this round, and here they come. Vitality charging out to the rotated players. It's Apex with 1 and not a single kill yet for Heroic.
The flank is so quick again. Look at Shush. We're at a minute 20. He's already in T-spawn.
It's just sandwiching Vitality. How do they get back into post plants here? Shush going through Palace instead of the ramp, but this is still a very good spot to be in. Look at the re-smoke out connector, trying to limit some of the information, but they're just waiting on Shush. They're waiting for him to be that player that cracks it open. Dupree, luckily the only player for Vitality showing up. So that is going to be Shush to claim 1, but now they're alert to the flank, but that's the move. Heroic starting to come back into this one. They've got the advantage back. Apex and Masuda with 2, and now Stown and Tessus. They have to battle back in the lineup. It comes in for Apex and Magisk. They're able to claw through 13-12, and Vitality just one more round, and they've tied it up.
Gotta take a deep breath right there. Like a great reaction out of Vitality to get that side control swiftly. Heroic had all the info again. They had all the space again. Shush is getting 2 kills coming out there on the rotation. His teammates spam ZywOo. It allowed and alerted him to the presence right there, but good work just holding Stoic over towards Tetris. It's not normally a position, A-ramp and Tetris, where you want the lion's share of your forces to be, but they get it done regardless, and Heroic have force ball in. All their pennies spent here. Wait, they've repositioned to mid right now. They want to get Kadian out from this position. He's jumped on down. He's towards the underpass.
Just left at the wrong time.
Yeah, and, well, they've traded places. They're walking out Tetris again.
Well, here they come again. Vitality run it back to back. If it's not broken, don't fix it. This time, Kadian looks to break it. ZywOo snaps his skull right in half. It is Shush with 1 back. Still plenty more space to be gathered here for Vitality, and still numbers here for Heroic. This could turn into a bloodbath real quick.
They're all fighting.
They're all gonna swing. All gonna meet each other head on and Refresh and test this. They've done the heavy lifting. And now it's ZywOo. A 1v4 as he goes back into middle with 1 minute left. They spot him out, and Shush will bring him down. That's a big round to win.
Okay. He's loving it there, Katie, and getting him fired on up. The 14th round secured here, and, well, because of how back and forth this has all been, Vitality are broke, and they have the option of going all in to contest here against round number 15 or taking a save and trying to take us to overtime. But it was so crazy because they all went to mid to help out Cadian, who maybe he was going for the jump, like the boost. Maybe he wanted to make it towards short, but flubbed his lines. They had to bail him out, but there was no pressure. And then they all just biff over towards Tetris. But it is the all in. This is do or die right now for Vitality.
They have done a lot with a little. But to do that again will take a monumental effort from them. Apex getting into connectors down. Won't punish him. And now comes the waterfall. Vitality may just be crying a river here. Shush has taken out the Palace potency. Magisk and Dupree, the two Danes left alone, and I think they're about to get slapped by some other Danes in this one.
What a game from Shush, 28 kills. What an absolute showing from him. Just been a beast here on this CT side, mauling it with, it feels like a multi-kill every single round.
Feels like it. And it's always in the impact rounds as well. Shush going for 30, up to 29. It's on the table for him, but Stound's gonna take it.
So steady. He doesn't look flustered. When does Shush ever look flustered? He's always in the right position, the right timing. And because of that all-in from Vitality, it's just the max loss bonus they have to spend. Sorry, not the max, it was 2,900 max in the next, but there won't be a next if they lose.
It's just looking systematic now for Heroic if they can keep this up, but we go to the last possible round here if Heroic take it. Vitality bring to it 3 Galils, an AK, and a Deagle. And they go out mid. Cadian ready for the first. So quick. Magisk down, and now a swing out from Stound. Rattles away onto Zaiwu, who luckily stays alive, but Stound does not relent. He continues to push forward, and now Masuda realizing they need some control back. Unfortunately, he loses control of his own skull. And now Shush, he's hit 30. He's still alive, and Cadian's ready. Vitality starting to fall flat here on Mirage. It's just Zaiwu and Dupree. And now only Zaiwu, 14 points of health, stuck inside of Palace. And Heroic have all the numbers swarming that bomb. Zaiwu will try, but the resmoke is in, and he realizes now he's just gotta go. He slips his way out, and he is taken down. 16-12, Heroic will take map 1. Mirage is theirs. For Vitality, they've got to bounce back going into map 2.